everyone, and welcome to Phase 3 of my Marvel Cinematic Universe. So this is the third part of my series. If you haven't seen it yet, check out Part 1 and 2, where I go over Phase 1 and Phase 2. And yeah, let's just get into this. Okay, so the first movie of Phase 3 is gonna be Black Panther. The movie will start with like the death of T'Challa's dad. He's killed by Ulysses Claw because like he wants Wakanda to give him vibranium. T'Chaka wouldn't like allow him to, so Claw kills T'Chaka. After he dies, T'Challa travels to America and Europe to study. T'Challa comes back to Wakanda, which is being ruled by his uncle Cyan. T'Challa challenges him to the throne and wins and becomes the ruler of Wakanda and the king. But his uncle Cyan is still like an ally helping T'Challa. And T'Challa, he wants revenge on Claw for what he did to his father. And T'Challa also finds out that he has a sister who was born like shortly after his father's death, who his mother was pregnant with before he died, and like he didn't know about. Claw comes back to Wakanda with this time he has like a sonic robotic like arm, and then he comes to steal vibranium. Black Panther, he defeats Claw, but he decides not to kill him, and he gets put in like a Wakandan prison. Okay, so the next movie is Fantastic Four Doom. The main villain of this movie is going to be Doctor Doom. The movie starts with a flashback of Victor Von Doom and Reed Richards meeting in college. Doctor Doom blames Reed Richards for a science experiment the two were working on that caused Doom's face to get scarred. He's been plotting like this whole revenge scheme on him. Doom kidnaps the rest of the Fantastic Four, except for Reed, which leads Reed to Latveria. The Fantastic Four have to fight like an army of Doom bots. Namor and the Atlanteans, they come to help the Fantastic Four fight Doom in the final battle on Latveria. Doom escapes after the Fantastic Four turn the people of Latveria against him. And at the end of the movie, Reed finds out that Sue is pregnant. Okay, so the next movie is Iron Man 2. And in this movie, Tony Stark, he's going through like a drinking problem, kind of like Demon in the Bottle. We're gonna kind of adapt that a bit. Rhodey will become War Machine in this movie. Justin Hammer, he's gonna be the main villain of this movie, and Black Widow and Hawkeye are going to be side villains who are working for Justin Hammer. And so what happens is Black Widow seduces Tony Stark and steals his tech to give to Justin Hammer, which Hammer uses to make his own Iron Man suits for Hammer Industries. In the end, Black Widow and Hawkeye become good and help Iron Man and War Machine take down Justin Hammer. And the post-credit scene, we'll see Nick Fury recruit Black Widow and Hawkeye. So the next movie is X-Men Sins of Sinister. So the team will consist of Cyclops, Jean Grey, Wolverine, Storm, Nightcrawler, Rogue, Gambit, and Kitty Pryde. Yeah, and Kitty Pryde, she's introduced as a student at Xavier's school who joins the X-Men. And Mr. Sinister, he's the villain of this movie, and he kidnaps Xavier, Magneto, and Jean Grey because they're like some of the most powerful mutants, and he wants to like use and manipulate their DNA. The Morlocks will also appear in this movie. Bishop and Cable, they'll also appear. They're from the future, and they're like both of them want to preserve the time, like their timelines, but they both have like different ideas to it since they're from different futures. The post-credit scene of this movie, we will see Apocalypse kill Mr. Sinister. The next movie is Thor: Tales of Asgard. Enchantress will be the main villain of this movie, and Scourge and Curse will be secondary villains. Enchantress sends Scourge to kill Jane Foster. She wants to kill Jane Foster and marry Thor. After like Scourge like attempts to kill Jane Foster, Thor takes her to Asgard and has the Warriors 3 and Lady Sif protect her. This movie will mainly take place in Asgard. Enchantress has Frigga killed, so Thor and Loki team up. At the end of the movie, Odin exiles enchantress out of Asgard, and she will end up on Earth. So the next movie is World War Hulk. In this movie, we find out that after the events of the Avengers movie, Hulk was sent to space by S.H.I.E.L.D. because they thought he was too dangerous. In this movie, Hulk is trying to get back on Earth, and we'll also introduce She-Hulk. And in this movie, General Ross will turn himself into the Red Hulk and be the main villain of this movie. Rick Jones also gets turned into A-Bomb. Hulk is in Sakaar and he teams up with Korg, Meek, Jarella, Rocket Raccoon, Syra, Hirom, and Eloy Kiffy. This movie will also introduce Grandmaster. While Hulk's in Sakaar, She-Hulk, A-Bomb, and Doc Samson are like taking care of Bruce Banner's business. And the post-credit scene will tease Scar. So the next movie will be Spider-Man 4. Spider-Man has the symbiote suit now and he's more angrier, and Black Cat is introduced and she's going to be the love interest of the movie. And we'll also introduce Eddie Brock, who's working in the Daily Bugle. And also in this movie, Kurt Connors will become the Lizard. The main villain of this movie, Kraven, he wants to hunt down the Lizard and he wants to hunt down Spider-Man. Spider-Man is trying to protect Kurt Connors from Kraven. Kraven, he's gonna bury Spider-Man alive, just like in the comic Kraven's Last Hunt. Chameleon and Scorpion are gonna be secondary villains. After realizing like what the symbiote suit is doing to him, Spider-Man takes off the suit. He takes the symbiote to the Fantastic Four so they can study it. Like, at the end of the movie, Peter will break up with Felicia, aka Black Cat, and then he'll get with MJ. We'll have a post-credit scene that shows Eddie Brock getting the symbiote suit. Next movie is Wolverine, and this takes place when Wolverine is being experimented on by Weapon X. The main villain of this movie will be Sabretooth, and this movie will get a lot of flashbacks of Logan and Sabretooth fighting in wars. After Logan escapes Weapon X. Weapon X sends Sabretooth to go after Logan. We'll also get a cameo from Captain America in this movie. Omega Red and Wendigo will be secondary villains in the movie. So the next movie is Captain America: Return of Hydra. So in this movie, Zemo wants revenge on Captain America because he blames him for the death of his father. Captain America finds out that Hydra has been secretly infiltrating S.H.I.E.L.D. It is also revealed that who Zemo is actually working for is the Red Skull, who was brought back by AIM. Viper, Crossbones, and the Winter Soldier are secondary villains. MODOK will also have a cameo in this movie, and Black Widow will also appear in this movie. Sam Wilson, who was introduced in Captain America New World, like the last Captain America movie, will become Falcon in this movie. So the next movie is Ant-Man and the Wasp. And in this movie, Hank finds a way to use Pym particles to make himself bigger. He finds out how to become Giant Man. Bill Foster will also become Goliath, a mysterious supervillain who calls himself the Yellow Jacket, who has the same powers as Ant-Man but more advanced, appears. And Yellow Jacket kidnaps Wasp and tries to marry her. And so the twist of the movie is that Yellow Jacket is actually Hank Pym from the future who went mad after the death of Janet. Whirlwind will be a minor villain in the movie. This movie will have a post-credit scene teasing the creation of Ultron. So the next movie is DareDevil Part III. In this movie, Kingpin finally gets out of prison, and just like in the events of the story Daredevil Born Again, Karen Page will sell Daredevil's identity to Kingpin. So Kingpin finds out that Matt Murdock is Daredevil, so what he does is burn down his house. Matt realizes that his secret identity is revealed. He goes into hiding. So Kingpin hires Typhoid Mary to kill Matt Murdock. And Spider-Man will also appear to help Daredevil fight against the Kingpin. And the Owl, Nuke, and Stiltman will be secondary villains. So the last movie of Phase 3 will be Avengers Assemble. So in this movie, the Avengers team will consist of Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Ant-Man, the Wasp, Black Panther, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Falcon, and War Machine. They will be going up against the Masters of Evil, who will consist of Zemo, the Mandarin, Enchantress, Egghead, and Claw. And the Masters of Evil will take over S.H.I.E.L.D. and hold Nick Fury hostage. And what we learn is that Doctor Doom is the leader of the Masters of Evil and brought all the villains together. So the Fantastic Four, Namor, Spider-Man, and Daredevil help out the Avengers in the third act. And at the end of the movie, the Masters of Evil all get defeated by the Avengers and they get arrested by S.H.I.E.L.D. and Doctor Doom teleports away. So this phase will also have TV shows. So the TV shows will be a Jessica Jones show, a show about the Punisher, a Moon Knight show, a Spider-Man 2099 show, and the New Mutants. So that was the entire MCU. Did phase 1, 2, and 3. All done. So yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. I also have a series about the DCU where I made my own like phase 1, 2, and 3 of that. So yeah, I did this. Now Marvel. I have an idea for what I want to do for phase 4, 5, and 6 of DCU, but I might not upload it till later. But yeah, we'll see. Goodbye.